Well, hello, and welcome to the inaugural video for the multifamily residential real estate market update in the Las Vegas Valley. I am Justin Miller with the Chong Miller Group, and as I had said in the single family residential real estate market update, I am now segregating the single family and the multifamily into two different videos to try to keep the video lengths a little bit more reasonable and to allow everybody then to focus on the data that's particularly important to them. All right, so let's go ahead and start right into the market update. And I'm going to start with condos. I'll just do this the same format every month. I may add a little bit more data as we go through this, and we become more comfortable with having a multifamily residential market update. But right now I'm going to start with pricing, units sold, new into the market, and total for sale units. That way we can kind of get a good appreciation of what's going on out there. Once in a while, I will draw contrast with data from the single family residential market update just to give some additional perspective. And one of the things I do want to comment about is the number of transactions that closed with single family homes in September of 2021 was 3,119, so a little over 3,100. And sort of hold that in your mind when we start talking about the condos and the townhomes. You'll see how small these markets are relative to the single family residential, and why I then actually segregate these. But of course, I've created these videos, started these videos, because there are both increasing numbers of transactions for condos and townhomes, but also because they represent high value price points that are more accessible to a large segment of the population here in the Valley. And so ignoring them is a little bit of a disservice to a lot of the people here in the Valley. All right, so first thing, condos price. The median sale price for a condo here in the Las Vegas Valley in September of 2021 was $200,000. And by the way, let me also comment the definition of a condo. So condos are a form of multifamily housing. There are multiple units in a particular building. Beyond that, the definition it's very open, but this data is segregated further to exclude high-rise residential. So high-rise residential is a separate category that is not included in condo for the purpose of our exploration here. High-rise market prices are really, really different. And so they would just obscure everything that's taking place here in condos more generally. So these are non-high-rise condominiums here in the Valley. $200,000 for September of 2021. That is up 0.3% from $199,500 in August of 2021. It is up 26.7%. from $157,815 in September of 2020. So just to give you comparison, the single family home market was up 20.9%. Condos are up 26.7%. By the way, this is a record price. This is the previous record price had actually been 187,000 in May of 2006. So we are up $13,000 from the May 2006 record prices. So we have been hitting records multiple times this year. All right, but is anything selling? As I ask in the other market update videos, pricing increases are meaningless if there's nothing that actually gets sold. Well, number of condos sold in September of 2021, 493. It's down 1.6% from the 501 that sold in August of 2021, so down 8 units. So not statistically significant. Basically about 500 units have been transacted each of the past couple of months. This is up meaningfully, however, from the 380 that got sold in September of 2020. We're up 29.7% on number of condos sold. Now, last year with the pandemic lockdowns, while single-family houses had really recovered by September of 2020, we did not see that same kind of recovery taking place in the condo market, and instead we saw continued lagging recovery in the condo market because still many of those available features in multifamily residential settings had not yet reopened, such as pools and gyms and things like that. So those have not completely, but mostly reopened. Sometimes there's been pullbacks on that. Many of the pullbacks have been reduced. And so now we're up 30%, 29.7% year over year on number of condos sold in September. Okay, so with that number of condos sold, what about what's going on with inventory? We need to have new condos entering into the market, so we've got new condos to sell, and so that we don't run out of condos that are available for sale. So new condos, 517 listed for sale in September 2021. That's down 16.7% from the 621 new condos that we saw come in August of 2021. Up 0.8% year over year, but down 16.7% month over month. And that is a steeper decrease in new inventory coming into the market than we would normally see seasonally. Now, of course, seasonally, number of new entrants do go down in late fall, through the winter. But we're seeing a significant drop off there. What's that making inventory look like? So inventory for condos for September of 2021, 513 units. That's down 18.2% from the 627 condos that were for sale at the end of August of 2021. So that's a pretty steep drop. And by the way, 513 for sale compares to 493 that did sell. Now, there were 517 that entered into the market, but it means that inventory is really tight in the condo space. By the way, this is down 58.2% from inventory of 1,222 last September. So very much like in the single family home space, we see decreasing numbers of newly listed and decreasing inventory of existed for sale condos in the market at the same time that we're seeing effectively flat sales, high level of flat, maintained at a flat pace, but at a high level of sales with escalating prices. So the condo market is structurally looking very much like the single family home market. And we're going to start to see more pricing pressures as inventory continues to drop in the condo market. So there's certainly additional appreciation that's going to be seen in the condo market. And again, $200,000, that is as opposed at the median, that is as opposed to $405,000 on a single family home. So you could get a condo for approximately half the price. I say approximately because there are not identical things, one just being in a multifamily setting, the other being in a single family setting. But you can get the median product for half the price by moving into the condo market. Okay, so what about townhomes? Townhomes, remember, are different. They're multifamily, so they're like condos in that regard. But generally, townhomes have their own front door that's coming in from the outside as opposed to oftentimes a condo from a hallway. Not always, but oftentimes. Oftentimes, most of the time, townhomes will have their own attached garage. Sometimes it's detached, but most times it's attached. You can get from the garage to the unit or the unit to the garage directly without having to go outside. Many, not all, but many townhomes have small yards, whereas most condos do not actually have a yard. The definitional distinctions between them vary a little bit, right? Sort of the classic townhome or the row homes that you would find in the East Coast, like Baltimore or Georgetown or things like that. But townhomes in Las Vegas can actually take slightly different structures. So, for example, there's one high-end townhome development that has 2 units on the ground floor and 1 unit above those 2. So there's a variety of how they look, but they generally each have their own entrance, have a garage that's directly attached, and oftentimes have a yard. They're also more expensive, maybe a little bit bigger. They often have fewer neighbors, like maybe nobody upstairs or downstairs from you. They're just like side by side. All right, so having said that, where condo median sale price was $200,000, townhome median sales price $289,750 in September of 2021. So about 50% more expensive than a condo and about 25% less expensive than a single family home, which was 405. There's about 300, condos were about 200. 289,750 is 2.4% higher than townhome prices ended August of 2021. They are up 20.7% from the 240 townhomes ended September of 2020. By the way, that appreciation, that increase of 20.7%, that is as compared to a 20.9% price appreciation on single-family homes. So very much in line. Also in line are transactions. 350 in September of 2021. That is down. It's down 4.9%, or 18 units from 368 in August of 2021. So that is statistically significant, but it's a very small change. It's up 19.5% year over year from the 293 that had transacted, that had closed in September of 2020. So a little bit more restrained price appreciation and unit sales appreciation than what we were seeing in condos, but still very strong performance. So what about new into the market? Townhomes. We had 349 enter into the market in September of 2021. That is down 17.2% from 419 that entered into the market in August of 2021. That's actually a steeper decrease than we had seen for either single family or for condos. Kind of interestingly, we're down 13.9% from the 403 that we had seen enter into the market in September of 2020. That's as opposed to up 0.8% for condos and down only 2.5% for single family. So the drop off in the number of new townhomes entering into the market is steeper and in this particular segment of the market than in other segments of the market, and starts to become a little bit of a concern. It becomes a concern, especially when we start looking at inventory of townhomes available for sale. And again, this is the entire Las Vegas Valley plus the Mesquite area, Moab Valley, Sandy Valley, over into Pahrump. Right? This is a large geographic area that is the Las Vegas Valley plus the surrounding areas. 311 townhomes for sale. That's it at the end of September of 2021. That's down 17.7% from 378 that existed for sale at the end of August. It is down 57.8% from the 737 that existed in inventory at the end of September of last year. I also want to point out 311 for sale townhomes, but this past month there were 350 that were actually transacted, right? New inventory 349. So new inventory is less than we actually sold this past month, and existing inventory is less than we sold this past month. So the townhome market is really getting tight. It's getting tight more quickly than condos and or single family residences. And so we're going to start to see more significant pricing pressure on townhomes, especially in those particular geographic areas where there are fewer townhomes than some of the others. So that's what the multifamily residential housing market looks like as we move into October of 2021. This looks in many regards structurally very much like the single family residential market: tight inventory, decreasing numbers of properties coming into the market with price appreciation and strong sales holding up in the face of that price appreciation. This looks like a market that's actually tightening for multifamily housing, and therefore I expect to see additional pricing pressures in this particular segment of the market. So like I said, like I always end my single family residential market updates with, if you want to buy one of these properties, there's multiple offers on almost all of these multifamily houses that are coming up for sale. You need somebody in your corner who's looking out for your best interest, who knows this market, who can work on your behalf. Give us a call. The Chong Miller Group, we do this. And if you're selling, you want to make sure that you're getting into transactions that are actually working. You want to make sure that you're evaluating the quality of the buyer, the quality of the buyer's offers. You want to make sure that you're allowing as many people through your property as possible to make sure that you're getting the best offers that are possible in the market as it exists. And you want to make sure that you're setting your property and your expectations for your property really well, corresponding to what the market actually is. We are familiar with one particular property that had been priced too high. The seller cut the price again, and at that third price was priced appropriately in the market, attracted multiple offers, and went back up to what was the second price they were at in the market. If you're too high, you're not drawing offers. If you're priced properly, you are probably, not necessarily, but probably getting multiple offers, which can lead to escalation in price. Don't jump in front of this market expecting that it's going to just recognize, oh, this is super amazing, we'll catch up to you. It's not the way this market's working. People are price sensitive. We need to make sure that the buyers are recognizing that they're getting real value. And part of that is making sure that sellers are priced appropriately so that buyers are attracted to a particular property, and then giving the sellers access so they can get in and take a look at it. So please reach out to us. If you're a seller, if you're a buyer, we can help you in your real estate adventure, help you transact your home, get the best value for it, get you into a property at an appropriate price point. And that's going to be more successful to you. That allows you to move on to your next stage of life, your next level of dreams, whatever those happen to be. Give us a call, email us. You've got the information on the screen. And if you appreciate this video, if you find this video helpful, if you like the information in it, please feel free to comment, thumbs up, forward it to your friends or colleagues. We can help them in their real estate adventures as well. Again, I am Justin Miller with the Chong Miller Group. We look forward to talking with you, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.